Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Coda, and holy Norsca. Goddamn Chaos Viking pirates with woolly mammoths and Throg. WULFRIK is like Euron Greyjoy mixed with Tormund, it's just insane. And I'm way late to the party, as I always am and always will be, so I wanted to try a little different format here. This is kind of like an ESPN statistics breakdown sort of thing. If you hate sports, don't worry about it, because all that means is that they have like stat guides that fish around for weird and interesting stats, so announcers have something to talk about even though they're mostly irrelevant. But these are not irrelevant stats, but rather some interesting points to help you put Norsca into context for Total War Warhammer, and to hopefully use them more efficiently on launch day. And you know, sorry for the BuzzFeed bullshit title. If that really bothers you, then
no more complaining, no more Mr. Kimble have to go to the bathroom, nothing. There is no bathroom.
So here we go. 8 reasons Norsca will tear up Total War Warhammer. Number 1. Throg. Big man Throg. Throg's weapon strength of 495 is the 3rd highest of any legendary lord in Total War Warhammer 1. He beats Papa Durthu at 430, Grimgor, Karlon Deathclaw, and King Lewin at 450, and even the King in the Woods himself, Mel Gibson, at 490. He's only slightly edged out by the White Dwarf Grombrindle at 500 and Old Man Kolek at 520. So this isn't taking into account magic damage, frostbite, armor piercing, or bonuses, but regardless, Throg is an absolute fucking beast mode heavyweight. Number 2. Famir Balefiends. Possibly the weirdest dudes in the entire Warhammer setting, but Balefiends have the highest weapon strength of any caster hero in Total War Warhammer 1. With a whopping 400. The only exception is that cheating FLC hippie from the Empire on his pet griffin, but that guy doesn't really count because he's not really a caster. But just to put that into real context, the Balefiend's armor piercing 400 weapon strength is only 20 less than the Gorbull. The fucking Gorbull and the Green Knight are just a little bit above this guy. The fact that they're even in the same conversation at all is pretty incredible, so calling him a melee caster hybrid is a bit of an understatement if our current definition for that right now is the Branch Wraith, who I like very much, you know, for the record. Number 3. WULFRIK the Wanderer has the absolute highest melee attack stat given to any legendary lords in Total War Warhammer 1. His melee attack stat of 70 is the top tier, a level he shares only with Grimgor, Grombrindle, and Archaon the Everchosen. One of these things is not like the other, unfortunately. Tier 2 is 66, which is Vlad and Manny, and Tier 3, which is still really good, contains Karl Franz, Sigvald, Durthu, and Orion at 65. There might be a few others I'm missing. Believe it or not, I didn't know this, believe it or not, King Lewin's is only 60, so what a scrub, right? So WULFRIK and 70 are the top, until Tyrion shows up.
Hold on to your butts.
Number 4. Skinwolves are tied for the highest bonus versus large in Total War Warhammer 1. That number is 30, and the unit that they're tied with is one that I can only assume will become an arch rival, Demigriffs with Halberds. To put it in perspective, Royal Pegasus Knights have a bonus versus large of 12, Blood Knights have 22, Azrai Spears have 23, and Dragon Ogre Shaggoths have 28. Obviously not apples to apples when you consider these units' varying charge bonuses and weapon damage, armor piercing, cost, and all that, but still pretty telling nonetheless. Number 5. Sticking with the wolves, Skinwolves will be the first and only monstrous infantry unit with a starting unit size of 18 models, or 24 if you're on ultra unit size, which CA was during their Norsca in-game livestream on Twitch. I think the only other units that share this model number are Demigriff Knights, Pegasus Knights, and Razorgore Herds. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. But all current monstrous infantry units like Crypt Horrors, Treekin, Manitors, Spawn, Trolls, they're all 9 models at large and 12 on Ultra, so clearly the Skinwolves are a swing at a unit that's truly in between monsters and cav. Number 6. Frostbite. Frostbite is gonna be so freaking strong, you guys. At negative 52% speed reduction for anything hit by a unit with Frostbite, which there are a lot of units with it, This is what it does like in context. So Royal Pegasus Knights' regular speed of 105 becomes somewhere around 50, making them significantly slower than, you know, regular low tier Empire Knights. Wild Riders and Centaurs, who have a normal base speed of 85, becomes somewhere around like 40 or 41, and that's about the same as Slayers, as in dwarves, as in little pudgy baby legs. And for anyone into multiplayer, Wood Elf Deepwood Scouts, who have a base speed of 35, becomes 17. So, you know, slower than zombies. Gonna be tough to fly a kite with that.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Number 7. The War Mammoth's HP pool is the absolute highest of any single entity unit in Total War Warhammer 1, ultra size or not. Its whopping 13,000 plus HP points on the livestream becomes around 10,000 in large unit size or on multiplayer. At that same scale, Giants have around 8,300, Shaggoths 6,300, Spider Queen 6,200, and Steentake 5,100. I think we all know we'll see the Mammoth's real competition when the Lizardmen, Bastillodons, and Stegodons come around. It'll be weird to see them in the snow actually, right? Now that I think about it. And number 8. Marauder Berserkers are like if Savage Orc Biggins and Chaos Forsaken had a baby. I'm gonna let you picture that for just a second here. Just paint a picture. Just close your eyes. But really, the Berserker's weapon strength of 52 is higher than the Savage Orc Biggins' 42, and even the Dwarf Slayer's 48. They're not quite at the Forsaken's 58, which is good because, fuck, leave Chaos something. Their high melee attack of 40 and low melee defense of 18 is also very similar to the Savage Orc Biggins, as is the physical resist they'll get if they run into anything that can last longer than 44 seconds, which is actually kind of an eternity in Total War. So there you have it, guys, 8 cool little stats about Norsca. Some of the more flattering or positive ones, you know, but hey, that's what release is all about, right? Really though, I do think that they're going to be very, very good based on the stats and gameplay, although I also think that they will have their weaknesses for sure. But you know, maybe that's for another video. Or we'll see, maybe we'll see soon. Anyway guys, as always, thank you for listening. If you want some good Norsca lore, check out my buddy Italian Spartacus. He has a Norsca lore video. And yeah, anyway guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening and take care.